here we go, part 5. And that half's upside down, so we're at the top right hand corner. Don't be worried if you run out of something, just think round it and sort it. It's no good just panicking and thinking, oh, I haven't got that. Try and work around it. Now, I've done that with this. Hang on. Get some more peony leaves. Now, I've done that with the sedum on here because I didn't quite have enough to make sure there was even all the way round. So what I've done is I've snipped a couple of flowers, a couple of florets off the other ones, and I'll show you in a minute what I've done. Just go through the pyracantha and a little bit of sedum in here, and I just want to fill that little bit of a gap there. So I'll just feed a little bit of that conifer through. I'm working down the home straight now. A little bit of blue, a little bit of bushy conifer. That's really shiny, even in this poor light. It's really quite bright. Just some more conifer, a little bit of pieris on top of that. What do we need now? Some more leaves. I always think floristry and flower arranging is rather like cooking, in that you need a recipe and you need to work from that recipe, but you can veer from it. You can add different things. So if you want to make something twice as big, usually twice the amount of flowers, that type of thing. So you can play with it and do your own thing. The main point is, as long as you keep to the basics. So let's say, for instance, a cake. Flour, butter, eggs, maybe fruit, whatever. So your arrangement, you're going to need a container, you're going to need something to arrange it in, probably the Oasis floral foam, you're going to need some binding tape or something to secure it to it, you're going to need some foliage, you're going to need some flowers. That's the basics. Now whatever order you decide to do that in, that's entirely up to you. But those are what you basically are going to need. So just working down. Remember, if you've got any questions you want to ask on Facebook, ask away. The DVDs I do, or talking to you like this, it's not talking down to you. Sorry about the quacking in the background earlier. I do a bit of duck rescue in my other half of my life. Not so much now after 20 years, but you've still got the old limpy ones and things. I'm going to put a little bit of conifer under that one. There we go. Now we're coming up to this point. This is the point to the heart. So what I do is, now I've come down that direction. Now I'm going to start from the bottom and work back there, because there won't be anywhere to bind the stems on when I get to the end. So you have to do a little bit of sort of reverse parking type of thing. And what I was going to say was, I've taken each of these bits. It turns out I have just about got enough to finish, but I've taken off. Here's some bits I've cut, a bit of blue Peter. Here's what I did earlier. So I've taken individual pieces, I've put 3 or 4 pieces together, and then I've taken a wire, bent it in half. I'm just going to slide that wire behind and just twist the one firmly. I've done it on a long wire because when I put this in, I don't want it to fall out. If I did it on a shorter one, a half length wire, it wouldn't work very well. So I'm just going to put that in there. I'm going to put another little piece there, but this is where you have to do like a little bundle. There go the ducks. So I'm putting them facing that way and facing that way. This is the only thing with confit, you do get rather grubby with it. So I'm just going to cut these bits off. See what else I've got here. I can just fill in with. Oh, another piece of bushy conifer there, that would do. So I'm going to put that way because I want that piece pointing outwards. Now this is where you just feed the wire through, because you don't really want to see the wire. Feed it through, and I'll put a clump of little apples on there, so that will fill that one. So now to finish it off, all you do is you find the edge of the frame and you pull it taut, wrap it round. Do that a couple of times. Don't cut the end. You just want to feed the end back in the moss. Don't want the end coming loose. So this is your heart. Now we've got bits sticking out all over the place. So what we do is we're just going to cut into it. We don't cut the leaves, the big leaves. So we go around, just snipping into it. And on the point here we can, there we go. And on this top edge, look, that's sticking out too far. So we're not just cutting straight across, we're just snipping in to get that to look a little bit neater. Now I'm going to look at the inside and do the same thing, because we want to keep that inside quite open. Okay, so we've got our heart shape there. So that's the end of part 5, and then I'll show you how to make your raffia bow and put the apples on part 6.